가슴에 무엇이라도 가진 나의 이유를 더 많은 나의 힘을 달래가 어떤 메리트여 그날의 우랄라 난 너의 맘 같이 야가래.
Club entrance. Fujue has been abroad these days as his first online game company is going to be listed overseas. When he heard that Zhuxi had come to the capital, he rushed back. Fujue stepped forward and hugged Zhuxi. Looking at the scene of the two people hugging, Fu Nancheng was shocked. Fu Nancheng's face was a little cold. He said nothing, stretched his long legs and left. Nancheng, wait for me! He said nothing, spread his long legs, and got into his own Rolls-Royce Phantom luxury car. Lu Yao got on the passenger seat. What's wrong? Why are you suddenly angry? Lu Yao reached out and slid down the window, letting the cold night wind in. Lu Yao was still wondering. Is it because of Fujue? As she spoke, Lu Yao looked at him and said, yes, the adopted daughter of the Shen family was indeed not worthy of him. Okay, don't be mad. Doesn't Fujue have someone he likes? I think this is just for fun. The atmosphere was already ambiguous. Lu Yao felt sweet, so she leaned over and wanted to kiss him. However, she didn't get the kiss and Fu Nancheng avoided it. Fu Nancheng stepped on the accelerator and the luxury car sped away. Because Fu Nancheng stepped on the gas pedal suddenly, Lu Yao, who had not put on her seatbelt, thrown forward. Don't interfere in this, it's none of your business. When Lu Yao came closer, all that came to his mind was Suchi's beautiful little face, the size of her palm. Fu Nancheng leaned lazily against the seat with his straight back. This feeling was terrible. Did he do it on purpose? He hasn't let me touch him since we got engaged. How could he do this to me? The blush on her face faded, and Lu Yao felt as if a basin of cold water was poured down her head, making her fingertips turn white. Did he dislike her? It has been a while since he came back, but the two of them haven't done anything intimate yet, not even a kiss. Others said that he was a lofty idealist who was not interested in women, but she knew that was all false. He was very capable, but he had never used those skills on her. Outside the car has left, angry. In the nightclub, Zhuxi quietly let Fujue hug her for a while, then stretched out her hand to push him away. Fujue, long time no see. Fujue's eyes were full of energy. Zhuxi, I didn't expect you to come to the capital. Do you have time? I'll treat you to a meal. Zhuxi smiled. No, I have an appointment with my classmates. Let's meet again when we have a chance. I'm leaving now. Fujue looked at her with his dark eyes. I see. What about tomorrow? Do you have time tomorrow? Zhuxi turned around, her eyes clear and bright. Not necessarily. We'll see what happens then. She is still like this. No chance at all. Zhuxi got in the car and the luxury car sped away. Fujue stood there and watched her car disappear from his sight. She was always like this. The world was muddy, but she was the only one with a pure, intelligent, and delicate heart. The next day, teacher's office. Ning Xiner came to the teacher's office with a face full of complaints. Advanced mathematics tutor, Fang Ying. Aunt? Fang Ying is Ning Xiner's second aunt. Although Fang Ying was the homeroom teacher of the competition class, she is also the advanced mathematics teacher of the regular class, and she happens to have her advanced mathematics class in the morning. Ning Xiner found Peng Li and acted like a spoiled child. Auntie, are you teaching the regular class? I guess so. I'm in charge of the exams and textbooks. What's wrong? Are you here to talk to me about something? Auntie, let me tell you, Jun proposed to someone else yesterday. Isn't he your boyfriend? This is all Zhuxi's fault from the regular class. Not only did she sleep in class, she also seduced other people's boyfriends. What a bad behavior! Feng Ying's face darkened. No wonder their class failed the exam. They always think about this kind of thing. How can their grades be good? Don't be sad. Wait for me to vent your anger. Feng Ying also heard about what happened recently. She already had a bad impression of the regular class, and now she disliked them even more. Regular classes in the classroom. It's over. Teacher Fang from the Advanced Mathematics Department has asked for leave, but she said that the test will be held in a week and the result will be included in the regular score. Li Yuting returned to regular class and told the other students the news. The students were all shocked. There will be a high-level mathematics test in a week and the rankings will be announced then. Fang Ying would not teach them anymore. Besides, the regular class had a bad foundation from the start, and Fang Ying deliberately let the regular class be at the bottom, and she was just waiting to see her joke. It is impossible. This final subject is very difficult. I can only graduate by relying on ordinary nilaikis. She did it intentionally and always liked our target. There isn't even room for questions. I will really fail in further math tests this time. I've finished. No, I still want to go back to my hometown for vacation. Is the mathematics advanced at Tsinghua University so difficult? Why do many people fail? You're a new student and don't know that Fang's teacher admires the talented girl, and every final exam is based on the type of question she has learned before. Except competition class, no one can graduate. Isn't Senior Fu just returned to help? Can we ask for help to get a higher score? He returned mainly to lead the competition, so it might not be agreeing to give us additional lessons. We cannot just sit still and wait for death, otherwise we will be laughed at by the competition class if we are below. Li Yuting grabbed Zhuxi and said, Zhuxi, you are now a new student, Tsinghua University. Can you talk to Senior Fu on behalf of our class and ask him to come and give college when he is free? This is my request for the rest of my life, please. Yes, we still have classmate Sue. Classmate Sue is so beautiful. Senior Fu will definitely give her some face no matter what. Does student Sue know Senior Fu's nephew? I just met him yesterday. Even if you say so, I don't know where Senior Fu is. Can she refuse? At this moment, her WeChat mobile phone rang with a ding sound. Any news? It turned out that it was Mr. Jiang who came online and added her and Fu Nancheng to a group. There were 3 people in the group, Mr. Jiang, Fu Nancheng, and her. At Tsinghua, at Fu, have our 2 great geniuses from Tsinghua University met? From now on, this group will be dedicated to communication and competition. You can speak freely. Fortunately, I changed my WeChat after coming to the capital, otherwise I would have been exposed. Maybe this way. Zhuxi feels better, she greets first, so she typed a few words. Hello, senior. I have missed a few questions for this year's competition. May I ask where you are now? I'll send the questions to you. With a ding sound, Fu Nancheng replied with simple words. Parking lot, ready to go back. School parking lot, District D, it's around here. I don't know what to say when I see him later. Nancheng, Shiner just passed by the regular class. Guess what she heard? Zhuxi and the others have offended their teacher, and they would like to ask you to give them extra lessons. You must not leave. Is this Lu Yao's voice? When he heard that Zhuxi was in trouble, Fu Nancheng's handsome eyebrows twitched, but he didn't say anything. Lu Yao held onto his strong arm and acted coquettishly. Lu Yao was overjoyed and came over to hug his sturdy waist, wanting to give him a reward. However, Fu Nancheng avoided it. He actually avoided it again. Nancheng, why are you avoiding me? I want to hug you. We are still outside. Please be more restrained. But you won't let me touch you even in the house. What's wrong with you? At this time, Zhuxi had already arrived at the parking lot. She did not intend to eavesdrop, but Lu Yao's words had already been clearly transmitted to her eardrums. She paused. Lu Yao was already angry. She reached out and hugged his sturdy waist, wrapping her arms around him and trying to kiss him. You don't like that Zhuxi, do you? Fu Nancheng still avoided her and stretched out his hand to push her away. Get down, you're not calm now. The 2 of them parted unhappily last night, and he did not take the initiative to contact her, so Lu Yao came by herself. But when Lu Yao lowered herself, she was pushed away by Fu Nancheng. Lu Yao got out of the car, slammed the door, and left. He doesn't touch Lu Yao? Zhuxi behind the wall was a little confused. She didn't mean to listen to his and Lu Yao's private affairs. She was still very surprised to hear it now. Why? When we were together, he clearly... Fu Nancheng said in a deep voice. Come out, how long do you want to hide there? Oops, we've been discovered. Next episode preview. The students in the rocket class all laughed. Ning Shiner laughed so hard that tears came out. Interesting. But expulsion is too light a punishment. What if the loser runs naked in the schoolyard? Li Yuting immediately stood up and said, Ning Shinner, isn't it just because Fan Jun dumped you? Zhuo Ming agreed. Student Su, absolutely not. How, you don't dare? Ning Shinner wants to see Suchi running naked. Susi knew that in this battle on the battlefield, they could not lose morale, and people could only unleash their greatest potential when they were desperate. After all, they were facing the competition class of Tsinghua University, a very strong opponent. Susi made the final decision. Who says we dare not? I agreed. We have a deal.